In today's edition of Things I Missed, Max Muncy's game-tying double in the 8th inning was in fact with a normal bat, not a torpedo bat. It was his first game using a torpedo bat, but by his last at-bat of the game, he went away with it and smacked the double. Not enough people in the comments in the last video pointed that out. It was maybe like 2 people, so, just wanted to clarify. Oh, and Ivan Herrera hit 3 home runs against the Angels, becoming the first catcher in Cardinals history to hit 3 home runs in a single game. We haven't seen this much power from an Ivan since Drago in 1985. After scoring 14 runs on Monday, the Reds lost 1-0 on Tuesday, and then they lost 1-0 on Wednesday. Hey, it could always be worse. It's not like they'll lose 1-0 for the 3rd straight game.
Got him looking! Second team in the live ball era going back to 1920 to lose.
The Reds are now the first team since 1960 to lose 1-0 3 games in a row. I guess this was just the thing Nestor Cortez needed to face after his debacle against the Yankees. He goes from not even being able to breathe without giving up a home run to giving up 1 hit over 6 innings. God, baseball's more bipolar than Mel Gibson. Reds get just 2 hits the whole game. Again, they lost 1-0, so not surprising. But my God, did they sell their souls or what for those 14 runs on Monday? The answer is yes, but the spell expired on Friday. They were scoreless through 7 innings, though they didn't get their first hit until the 7th. My God, they have a death wish. The Reds did finally score a couple of runs in the 8th, but the Brewers had 3. So they didn't lose 1-0 again, but that's their 4th straight 1-run loss. In today's edition of Saying Something Nice About the Rockies, they had some snowball in Denver for their home opener against the A's in the battle of who's worse. And with the Rockies being home, they weren't going to let the A's show they were the worst team. They had a good chance to win it in the 10th, but said hell no, not in our house. The Red Sox home opener went crazy. Trevor Story hits a bomb in the 1st inning, and before I could even register he did that, Willie Abreu smacks one. Back to back, they got this new Wally mask for a celebration. I love it. Credit to the Cardinals in this game. They wouldn't ever go away, even when they were kind of away. Ivan Herrera goes deep again. The 9th got way too uncomfortable for the Red Sox, but they hold on to win. Garrett Crochet had his contract extension press conference before the game, and remember, Garrett Crochet originally said he wasn't signing an extension after the season started. So the Red Sox are 3-0 this year. Looks like Dr. Strange's dumbass is at it again. This guy needs to be returned to his alternate universe, although Paul Skeens might want to join him instead of watching the Pirates offense be underwhelming every night, although they did hit a couple of homers this game. Doesn't help when you give up 9 runs. Here's your daily Aaron Judge home run. Yankees crush the Pirates. Anthony Volpe's got a new nickname, by the way, because of how well he's hitting with the torpedo bat, except there's one slight little bitty issue with that.
People have been calling you Volpedo. In or out?
In.
How you doing? All right, how are you? Have a seat over in that chair, please.
Padres, they lost. They finally lost a game, and it's in the first game played at Wrigley Field this year. Shota Imanaga, unsurprisingly, was incredible, and going against a lineup that has Fernando Tatis Jr., Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, Jackson Merrill, and Jake Cronenworth, it's Martin Maldifricanado who takes him deep for the Padres' only run of the game, because of course it is. The Cubs didn't even do much offensively in this game, at least not in the typical way. Every run they got was not in any sort of normal way. A bases loaded walk, a ball Bogaerts goes for second to get the 3rd out, but Seiya Suzuki beats it, and then an error. The Padres actually doubled the Cubs in hits. The Cubs only had 3 hits the whole game, so just good pitching all around. Cubs made shit happen. The Mets game was a vibe. Just watch this.
You know, it was late last season that Lindor switched his walk-on music to My Girl, but it really wasn't until October that the fans started singing along. I mean, that's just awesome.
It's awesome.
That's great. And he lines the first pitch into left center for a base hit. So Lindor is going to try for 2. The throw to second base, and he is out.
The call's overturned. The runner's safe.
Pete Alonso then homers for the 2nd straight game. The Mets got rolling immediately and never looked back. Soto gets his first hit and RBI at Citi Field for the Mets. The pitching tells Canada to go kick rocks. Mets win 5-0. The Tigers had some fun in their home opener. Look at this home run by Kerry Carpenter. Just sneaks in to smack the foul pole and ricochets off into the foul part of the stands for a home run. Then he does it again, this time to straightaway left. Sidney Sweeney's brother hits an RBI triple. Riley Green hits this to Lansing. I think we figured out the Mariners' hitting issues. They just gotta play in San Francisco and they'll start hitting like Barry Bonds. He was also literally there as part of the pregame ceremonies. Jorge Polanco saw all this and said, "Give me the goddamn needle right now." He goes off for 3 hits, one of them a home run, 4 RBIs. Julio Rodriguez kicked off the game with an opposite field shot off Justin Verlander. The Mariners were on one, but so were the Giants. Everyone other than one guy in their lineup got at least 1 hit. 5 of them got at least 2 hits. Matt Chapman hit a home run. This ball doing all sorts of freaky things in the win, but unfortunately for the Mariners, Jung-Hoo Lee is the grandson of the win. This game goes to extras. Mariners get a run, and the Giants, even though they got a lot of hits in this game, struggled to do so with guys in scoring position. Mariners 1 out away from a dub, then Willy Adames says nah. Base hit, right field, Giants walk off. Barry Bonds is proud. Oh man, can't wait to watch the Dodgers and Phillies game. Before the Phillies-Dodgers game, Bryce Harper showed yet another reason why he's so based. When asked about how much talent the Dodgers have now and how much of a connection they have to Japan, Harper's response was, "I don't know if people will like this, but I feel like only losers complain about what they're doing. I think they're a great team, they're a great organization."
Now listen! That's called motherfucking bars, nigga!
Super based. Yeah, either beat the Dodgers or shut up. And what did Bryce Harper and the Phillies do? Beat the Dodgers. Jesus Luzardo straight up cooked on the mound. Only 2 hits allowed, 8 strikeouts. The Dodgers finally lose their first game of the season, but even when they lose, it's down to the wire. The Dodgers were not very good at being criminals in Philly. They got caught stealing to end the inning in 3 of the last 4 innings, and it looked like the third time may have been the charm until it was overturned. Phillies win, an undefeated season will not happen for LA. On the same night, the Dodgers and Padres lose their first games of 2025. The Braves, who were 0-7 and lost every one of their games to the Dodgers and Padres to start the year, win their first game of 2025.
It's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
You see they're playing the Marlins and it starts making a lot more sense. 10-0, Braves offense goes off, Olsen and Ozuna both go deep. Spencer Schwellenbach, the most German man in baseball, throws 8 shutout innings with 10 strikeouts. Good to see the Braves braving again. Just like it's good to see Trout trouting and Carroll caroling. 2 home runs for Corbin Carroll in Washington, D.C. Nobody's ever hit 5 home runs in a game before. Pretty sure you hit 5 home runs in a game in D.C., you automatically become president. Fun fact. Connect with me on Instagram if you want. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.